couple years ago, one of the guys that plays in our band, Mike Searcy, is kind of a quiet guy. He and his wife, they just had a sense they were supposed to go on a mission trip, so they went to the Dominican Republic. And it was amazing. When they got back, they were moved so deeply that it didn't take them long before they decided to start a faith-based nonprofit organization called Starfish. That was their name. And this Starfish just provides educational opportunities for these kids, underprivileged kids in the Dominican Republic in three particular cities. And so every August, it's pretty awesome. Mike and Beth lead this trip, and they provide shoes and uniforms and school supplies for Dominican kids. It's amazing ministry. God gave them this ministry, and I just want to show you this little video of Mike and Beth explaining why and what it is that they do.
In 2004, we decided that we wanted to do a mission trip. We had kind of been thinking about it. We had kind of felt that God was pulling us in that direction, although it was definitely outside of our comfort zone. So we signed up to go with a team from Northeast, and in 2004 we went on our first trip to the Dominican.
That first mission trip really opened our eyes to the plight of the poor. It's one thing to see people living in poverty in a television commercial or in a brochure or on a website, but when you go and you see firsthand with your own eyes, it really breaks your heart, and it really changes your perspective on life. Suddenly, a lot of the things that we complain about, a lot of the things that we stress over and worry about, they seem so trivial compared to the struggles that people have in a third world country.
While we were there on that first mission trip and interacting with the children at the schools, we did find some kids who were kind of on the sidelines and weren't able to come play and interact with us. And as we inquired about that later, we came to learn that even the public school systems in the Dominican Republic require the children to have uniforms and certain school supplies in order to be able to attend. And these children that were on the sidelines that weren't in school simply couldn't afford the uniform and the school supplies, so they were not permitted to attend school.
As a result of seeing that need, we started a charitable organization called Starfish Missions, and we simply raise support here throughout the year. And every August, I go down to the Dominican and physically take these children to the stores and fit them for uniforms and shoes, and we give them backpacks and basic school supplies. And 5 years ago was our first trip for Starfish, and we helped roughly 65 kids. But this year, thanks to the generosity of so many people, we had enough resources to equip 425 kids for school this fall throughout 3 different communities in the southeastern portion of the Dominican Republic. And we may live thousands of miles apart. We may have different skin color. We may speak a different language. We clearly lead very different lives, but at the end of the day, ultimately, we all serve the same God, and Christ died on the cross, not only for me and for you, but for everyone. And in Revelations it says that Christ shed his blood for people from every tribe and every tongue and every nation. And that's what we're here for. That's what Starfish is all about, is just inspiring hope in these kids and helping to cultivate their potential and just making a difference and seeing people's lives changed.